When you change colors in crochet, you actually introduce the new color in the stitch before a pattern says you should change the color. So here I have a piece where I'm supposed to make the last stitch in the original color, blue, and the pattern says that I should change to orange starting in the next round. So that would mean that the stitch that goes in the one marked by the orange stitch marker should be orange. But to do that, I actually need to introduce the orange in the stitch beforehand. So that's why I've paused here. So I'm going to do a single crochet stitch, but I'm going to pause before I finish it. So I'm going to stick my hook into the next hole, yarn over, bring that yarn through the hole, so I have 2 loops on my hook. Now I'm going to pause, drop my current color, and pick up the new color, orange. So I'm going to drape this new color over my hook. I want the yarn tail, the cut off part of the yarn, to be on top of the hook, closer to me. And I'm holding it around my hook to kind of mimic a loop to make it easier for me to pull the hook with this new yarn color through both loops on the hook. Ta-da! All right, everything is still a little bit loose right now. And actually I want to make my yarn tail at least 4 inches long. So I just pulled it to make it a little longer. And if in this process it looks like any of your loops got loose, like this second loop of my old color, you can just pull on the yarn to tighten things up again. All right, now get into crocheting position with the new color, the orange. And we're gonna do the next stitch now in orange. So stick your hook into the next stitch. So it should look like you've got 3 strands of yarn on the hook, 2 in the old color, 1 in the new color. And not only are you going to do that, you also want to put your hook under both the yarn tail of the new color, which is orange, and the working yarn of the old color, which is blue. So it actually looks like you've got 5 strands of yarn on the hook. And I'm going to hold those extra strands of yarn on the inside of the piece so that they're out of the way. Which, by the way, before you change colors, you should definitely make sure that you have the right side of your piece facing out. So that way you can hide all the mess of colors on the inside of your piece where no one's looking. Okay, now you're going to proceed as normal. So what does that mean? Yarn over with the new color and bring that yarn through everything on your hook except that last loop on the hook. So bring this yarn under the yarn tail of the new color, the working yarn of the old color, and the hole that you just put your hook into. So now you have 2 loops on your hook in the new color. Yarn over again, and notice how I'm yarning over on top of the yarn tail of the new color and the working yarn of the old color. And then bring that yarn through both loops on the hook. So now you're left with 1 loop on the hook. And now you have your first stitch in the new color. So now you're going to keep on crocheting over both the yarn tail of the new color and the working yarn of the old color, just for a little bit, so that you can secure your yarn and make sure that your new color change doesn't accidentally unravel. So I did that really fast. We'll do it slow together one more time. Stick your hook into the next available horizontal V, so it looks like you have 3 strands of yarn on your hook. Then you should also drape the yarn tail of the new color and the working yarn of the old color over your hook. So it really should look like you have 5 strands of yarn on your hook. Yarn over and bring that yarn under the first 4 strands so that you should only have 2 loops on your hook now. Yarn over again and pull through both loops on the hook. And notice how you can kind of see the extra yarn tail and working yarn, so that's why as you crochet you want to try to keep those pieces behind your crocheted fabric. I like to crochet over the yarn tail of the new color for at least 10 stitches so that I know that this new color is nice and secure. And if you're not going to be switching back to the old color anytime soon, you can cut it and make it into a yarn tail. If you are going to be crocheting into it soon, then you'll probably want to keep on crocheting over it so that it's readily available where you want it, when you want it. I'm going to crochet all the way around so you can see what a completed color change looks like. All right, I have finished one round in a new color, and I'm just going to keep on crocheting past the first stitch in the new color again so you can see how when you change colors, inevitably there's a little bit of a jump, a little step where the color change happens.